The next stop on our Swiss adventure is the great city of Geneva. It is located to the south of Lake Leman and it shares borders with France. The language spoken in these regions of Switzerland is predominantly French, and French culture dominates the landscape. We decided to traverse the country by train. This allowed us to view Switzerland in a very intimate way. Public transportation in Switzerland is top notch and it's probably the best one in the world. Every train is on time and the train stations are clean and easy to navigate. It was easy and comfortable to travel by train. There's a restaurant cart on every train and also access to restrooms. And for people on long trips, there are designated areas where you can leave your luggage. Our first stop was the Parc des Bastions in the central area of Geneva. We had a beautiful morning walk here and enjoyed a coffee in one of the cafes on the park. This park is known for being the site of the Reformation Wall, where John Calvin, William Farel, Theodore Beza, and John Knox are depicted as statues. These men are known for being the fathers of the Reformation movement within Christianity in the 1500s. The monument itself was built in 1909 and consists of the three main statues in the center and six smaller statues on groups of three located on both sides. Also, you can see imprints on the wall presenting historical data of the events that led to the Protestant Reformation. United Nations headquarters is located in Geneva, and we took the opportunity to visit. There's a huge square in front of the building where activists advocate for different causes affecting people worldwide, making this place an important rally point for changing the world. Behind the Palace of the Nations, we have Ariana Park and the Ariana Museum. The architecture in the museum is beautifully adorned with red marble columns, and the same is used to chisel the trim around the entryways leading to the exhibit rooms. This museum is home to one of the most extensive collections of ceramic and glass artwork in the world. It holds works across from 7 centuries, ranging from the Far East and Europe. Walking around the center of Geneva was a very fun and interesting experience. The city is extremely clean, and we could catch great glimpses of Lake Geneva nearby. The color of the lake and the architecture of the city complement each other very well. We stopped by a cafe in the morning for some breakfast and set out to explore some more. We took a stroll down Old Town Geneva, which is a part of the city that has been around since medieval times. This is a very picturesque area. It has cobblestone roads and is home to St. Peter's Cathedral, which was built in the 12th century. The lake is an imposing geographical landmark of the city, and within the lake we can see the Jet D'eau fountain, which can be seen from miles away. The fountain is one of the largest in the world. Seeing the fountain from afar does not do justice to how immense it is. You are bound to get wet from quite a distance away, so don't get too close if you want to stay dry. There are multiple locations where the public can access the lake's beaches, and I can tell you from first-hand experience that the water was perfect. One of the places I wanted to visit during our stay in Geneva was the European Council for Nuclear Research, or most commonly known for its French acronym, CERN. This facility is home to the LHC, or Large Hadron Collider, which is the largest man-made machine in the history of humanity. Make sure to arrive early, as you can no longer reserve a spot on the tours. Everything is first come, first served, and these tours generally are completely booked shortly after opening. We arrived at 7 a.m., which is an hour before opening, and signed up for the tour at 8 a.m. for a 9 a.m. start time. Make sure you bring a photo ID and your passport, as you will be crossing into French territory and back to Switzerland during the tour. The tour of the facility is extensive and full of information. It is geared towards people who are deeply interested in science and technology. The tour also includes many demonstrations with beautiful artistic depictions of the breakthroughs that take place in this facility. Being in a place where so many discoveries are made was exciting. It was like taking a physics class from Albert Einstein himself. There are entire halls dedicated to artistic depictions of the complex and important work that takes place in these laboratories. It is a palatable way to experience science for those who are just stepping into it, but it is also an entire new and interesting way of experiencing it for those who are homemade scientists as well. Geneva is truly a beautiful city, ready to show itself for those who are willing to put in the work to explore it properly. It is a clash of cultures in its languages and traditions. It is truly the embodiment of an international city. Here we are atop St. Peter's Basilica's towers, where we can get a beautiful panoramic view at the city. Our time in Geneva felt well spent. The city has many aspects too that makes it a unique European city. Its rich history can be seen in its culture and architecture. Its mix of French, German, and Italian influences that makes Switzerland a unique country can be seen and felt here. However, you can feel a deep Middle Eastern immigrant vibe while walking through its city streets, which gives Geneva another layer of complexity.